The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect that seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. Excuse me, that scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen, beginning with the 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. And we're in the time of this political system of speaking draconian or being draconian, meaning bringing forth harsh laws, right? And the reason why these harsh laws have been put into place, for one, is prophecy. Number two is for control. Number three, these laws have been put in place to combat crimes, right? Everything that's being labeled as a crime or that's going against the will or agenda of Esau is being labeled as serious crimes, all right? Therefore, it's becoming draconian, all right? So these harsh measures are coming. These harsh measures are here as we continue to see these things play out. Right here, 4 hours ago, this actually happened like yesterday. It says terrorism charges filed after woman lit on fire on Blue Line train. And this would be considered domestic terrorism. All right. Now, when you get 2nd Esdras, real quick, chapter 15 and verse, because we know through all these calamities, order must be restored, right? Hey, look at 9/11 when that happened. After that, what they bring forth the Patriot Act, all right, to clamp down on rights. Okay, that was the act of so-called terrorism. Y'all know why I said that, and this is what we are saying now. This is what Esau was doing. Hey. They arrested almost 200 in Charlotte so far, and individuals try to run over ICE with the vehicles. Hey, you see what's going on in Chicago and these other states where ICE saw it. And a few months back there was like, the assault on ICE agents has risen 8,000% and things of that nature. Forget what we know or how we feel. It's the fact that Esau are going to use these things to label people as terrorists. You come up against law enforcement officials and government officials, you will be labeled as a terrorist, domestic terrorism. All right, that's also treasonous, man. All right, there's treason. Okay, so these things are happening. They're being set up to happen, and these things are literally happening. All right, people are literally getting hurt. Some of them, stage and things of that nature. But the point is, the result is what they want, and that's these draconian laws, man. All right, that's these harsh measures, stripping away rights, breaking people down. Because what they're doing is putting in this new world order system right before your very eyes. So as these things play out, it's not like, oh no, it's so bad. What are they going to do? It's another situation. Every day is bad news. Nah, it's happening, but laws are being put in place. Bills are being signed. Bills are literally being signed. 1,000 pages. 100, 200, 500,000 pages. They not reading that shit. They just time go on. They put it in the law, sign it, bill pass. We don't know what's in that. They don't know. All right, but the ones who do know are the ones that wrote it. So the things that they're writing within these laws and they're signing them are draconian, man. All right, harsh measures for the smallest offense. All right. So what they're doing is taking away rights, and it's happening. So when these things come up, such as the first of such and such, this is gonna happen. You're like, oh no, they can't do that. No, yeah, they can because they already signed it in the law without you knowing. Then what they do in the media, they start going deeper into it and be like, well, they can do it because this justifies this and under code such and such, such and such. Yeah, because it's already written in the law. They signed it already. This what's going on. But when you get 2 Esdras 15 and verse where are we? 2 Esdras chapter 15 and let me see. I don't even think this is the right. Let me see. Calamities. Yeah. Here it is. The Wadi Hawashima Shai. It says, verse 59. The Wadi Hawashima Shai. Let's start at 59. Thou as unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. Right? This word plagues goes into calamity. It's talking about America when you read up. So remember, plagues goes into calamities. So these calamities are happening. So these laws will be put into place. As a matter of fact, when you get 2 Esdras chapter 8, we always get it. In verse 50, it says, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. You see? So these greater miseries, these troubles, the result of it will be laws. All right? Where is 2 Esdras 14 and 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. And what's the result, or what's the reaction? Draconian laws. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand, for now hastens the vision to come, which thou hast seen. You see? And these things are set up, man, because Esau has the power to do so. All right, this is how you know who's in power. You know by way of those who are implementing the laws. Micah 2 and 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. See, they are in control, man. And you can't say, oh, it's unrighteous decrees. No. Though their hands are in the mix of doing these things, you can't say it's an unrighteous decree because what it's doing is bringing order. All right? It's literally bringing order. All right? According to what they deem as order. Okay? So all the fun and games and shucking and jiving, and you got right, so we got right, so you can't do this, that, and the third. It's hey, they sounding it away. All right? They're literally sounding it away. And we'll play the video at the end. It says AI overview. When domestic, I type in what crimes of domestic, when crimes of domestic terrorism happen within the United States. I forget how I titled it, but anyway, this is the AI overview response. When domestic terrorism crimes occur in the U.S., and you're going to hear why I keep saying domestic terrorism. Because when we played the video, the man that lit the woman on fire, they said that, hey, there was an act of terrorism. Okay? He's born and raised in the United States, man. He has a long rap sheet. A criminal history. All right? And they're going to tell you they label him as a terrorist. Or should I say a terrorist act. So it lets you know what they're doing. All right, this is what's happening, man. It says when domestic terrorism crimes occur in the U.S., prosecutors can use a variety of existing federal laws because there is no single law that explicitly prohibits domestic terrorism. Key statutes include those related to material support for terrorism, attacks on government officials, and laws against violence or property destruction that are motivated by bias or involve specific weapons. So you see, it could be an act of, they can label it an act of terrorism by destroying property based upon the weapons you use. So you see, they can label it whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want to do it. Laws like the USA Patriot Act have also provided federal agencies with tools to investigate and prosecute terrorism-related activities, while specific statutes can be applied based on the motive, target, or means used in the act. Relevant federal laws. Material support. Statutes that prohibit providing material support or resources to terrorists, violence against officials, laws protecting U.S. government officials while they are performing their duties, which can include state and local officers working with federal agents. Hey, you see that going on with Chicago, D.C., New York, Charlotte, Raleigh, North Carolina, Cary. You see what's going on? Hey, people, coming up against ICE because they're going out the Northern Kingdom, and they got the reports talking about everybody that they're locking up got criminal backgrounds. You a damn lie. You don't even know who you snatching up because the report's already out. We've been brought it out, and it came back up that a majority of the people that y'all locking up don't have a criminal background history. So for y'all to sit up here and say, oh, well, all these people that we're going after got a criminal background, you don't know who the hell you're going after. You just snatching up people based upon their looks. You lying. My fault, y'all. Lying ass motherfuckers. My fault. These niggas be lying, man. How the hell you can look at somebody and say, oh, they fellas, they rapists? No, that's you damn Edomites. Now, I'm not saying that some of these people aren't violent criminals and rapists and things of that nature. I'm not saying that, but for the majority, they're not. They're just a bunch of 2/3 Israelites, man, who don't want to take heed to Yahweh Shema Shah, so they're being judged. And soon, this is going to be upon all Israel. All right? But us, as the whole collective seeking to be the elect, are going to be comforted and protected during these times of trouble. All right? We're going to be comforted and protected by way of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right? But again, this is the time of judgment. All right? It says hate crime laws, depending on the motive and target, laws that prohibit violence motivated by particular biases may apply. So you see everything that's being listed. Hey, they got us on these lists: hate crimes, hate speech. You know, the things that had guys and women, men and women, they're talking about labeled as BHIs and all this stuff was staged. Then you got niggas of Israel at the range with guns and going to these protests, starting trouble. Ass don't need to be out there. Just they agents, man. All right, the camps that's doing it out there march. Weapon laws, federal statutes criminalizing the possession or use of certain weapons, such as those involving explosive or chemical agents. Conspiracy laws like those in the U.S. Code, e.g., 18 U.S.C. 241, can be used to prosecute individuals who conspire to commit an offense under other statutes. You see that? I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, you can just keep reading. I mean, that's it. Okay, that's it. So you see what's going down, man. These things are happening because Esau is got these things going on, man. Yahweh Shema Shah is making moves, man, and he's using Esau to do so. All right. Now let's just play this video. This one right here. So this is what's going on. Like, this ain't no joke.
Dying Light, the Beast, 20% off. Buy now.
Is hunger holding you back? Need Hydroxycut Hunger Control plus weight loss. It's powered by Slim Biome, a patented
Here from officials.
So all these things that's going on, don't just look at it like, oh man, it was set up.
With the ATF
So it is, you know. I mean, we know what it is in the spirit, but I'm just saying, don't just look at it like that. Like, it's always a bigger picture. All right? And it's prophecy, man. All right, and this is what's going down. All right, because soon they're going to strip all rights. All right? And that's the whole point of because these food stamps, man, people getting half of the food stamps that they were getting. Hey, and also approximately all of the 42 all of the approximately or approximate however you say the shit, all 42 million people on food stamps, approximate approximately 42 million people, all of them that's receiving food stamps got to reapply. They have to reapply. And when they first brought it up, we told you about what the Holy Spirit, 42 million people not going to be on it anymore. I believe they can cut it by at least half. That's what I believe. I believe they're going to cut it by at least half. And remember, people can only be on it for 2 years. They might say, well, you're 2 years up. You've been on it for 2 years straight already. Get your ass out there and work. Able body, get your ass out there and work 20 hours a week. Go bag groceries. You know? And that's gonna cause chaos, man. Hey, we did a report earlier with they labeled a guy a terrorist with CDLs, man. All right? And them niggas can't drive, man. Haiti can't drive. Them Haitians. Try to believe that them niggas can't drive. I call them niggas because I'm talking about the 2/3, those that haven't repented. Them niggas can't drive. All on the wrong side of the road. But they get brand new cars with tags on. I see them every day. Well, I can say every day, but I see them often. Can't drive off a damn lick. Don't use no single turns, no turn signals or nothing. All gas, no brakes. Seen one nigga hit the brakes so goddamn hard, that nigga tilted forward like he was a crash dummy. What the hell this nigga doing? All in the middle of the street with the flashes on. And there ain't nothing wrong with the car. Got right back in the car and drove off. What the hell they doing? Tweaking, man.
Svedra, first at 4 breaking news. Terror on the CTA. The man who prosecutors say set a woman on fire inside the Blue Line is now facing federal terrorism charges. We have team coverage starting with our Jermont Terry. He's live for us at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse. And Jermont, you've learned more about what happened inside that train car.
I did, Marie. Now, we are standing by moments for the U.S. Attorney and ATF to update us about this case, but I can tell you that this was a very unusual hearing. Lawrence Reed entered court with handcuffs and also a spit guard around his mouth. Now, during the hearing, he made multiple outbursts. One that he kept repeating, I am guilty and I will be my own attorney. But today's hearing was just to establish the basis for these federal charges. Now, these are new images into our newsroom. Federal prosecutors say they show Reed on the Blue Line train Monday night. In the images taken from the CTA security, prosecutors say the victim was sitting with her back to Reed when he walked up from behind and doused her with a liquid over her head. The victim became upset and started to argue with the man. That's when the fight between the two started. In the images, you can see a flame inside the CTA train car. A fire, prosecutors say Reed ignited when he intentionally set the woman on fire. Prosecutors say the victim rolled on the train floor trying to get that fire out from herself. That's when the L pulled into the Lake Clark station. She jumped out still on fire. Now again, we are waiting for federal prosecutors to update us on this case. Reed was taken to federal custody around noon today, just 24 hours after Chicago police arrested him near the CTA platform. Now, despite Reed in court saying repeatedly that he would be his own attorney and that he was guilty, the judge did not and would not accept that plea. But she did order him to undergo a medical and mental evaluation. I should say, when the judge read the charges of terrorism, Reed was taken back and said, terrorism, what is this all about? Again, we're going to have more on this as we wait for the ATF and the U.S. Attorney to update us about this case, but that is the latest here at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse. For now, reporting, I'm Jermont Terry. Back to you, Marie.
You heard that? Oh, terrorism? What you want? But hey, we read it. Hey, y'all overview. Hey, they can label it as terrorism. Domestic terrorism. Hey, causing damage to property and the weapons in which are used to commit a crime. See, this the time we in, man. Hey, them being draconian. All right? They're speaking as a dragon. All right? No more sweetness coming from America, these presidents, man, and these bills, man. Bye-bye rights. They set people up for this digital system, and the social credit score, and this universal basic income, man.
Check in with you as soon as that press conference starts. Jermont, thank you. Now to our Sarah Maki, who spent today digging into Reed's background. She joins us live outside the CTA station in the Loop where he was arrested. Now, Sarah, there are questions about why he wasn't detained in another recent investigation. What did you learn about that?
Sorry, commercial.
Hey,
Like a damn witch, though.
Right, Marie, Reed was taken into custody not far from here, just yards away on Washington. And police said even at the time that he was taken into custody, he was saying things like, burn alive. And when we looked into this, we found that this most recent incident happened at a time when Reed was supposed to be on an active ankle monitoring bracelet. This is Lawrence Reed's most recent booking photo, the latest in a long string of lockups. We found 49 arrests, including 10 felony cases and an active aggravated battery case from August, in which Reed was accused of hitting a social worker at McNeil Psychiatric Hospital, causing loss of consciousness, 2 ER visits, and lasting memory issues, headaches, and daily nausea. The Cook County State's Attorney asked a judge to keep Reed in custody until his trial for the August battery. But one judge put him on electronic monitoring before a different judge modified the monitoring hours. Still, this latest incident happened at a time when Reed would have been under active monitoring.
And frankly, there's a presumption of release, but that can be overcome easily with someone like this particular defendant.
Our legal analyst, Irv Miller, said the Safety Act allows Illinois judges the discretion to decide if someone is detained, though the Blue Line case will be in federal court as the U.S. Attorney's Office vows to take a stronger stance on CTA crime.
You know, both the state of Illinois and the United States government has jurisdiction over certain crimes, particularly when it comes to a crime that occurs on a public transit system. In that case, both jurisdictions have legitimate rights to charge.
We also found Reed has been accused of other high-profile crimes, including this fire outside the Thompson Center in April 2020. On a day Governor J.B. Pritzker was supposed to make an appearance, a felony that was later dropped. And just 2 months prior to that, he was suspected of punching 4 women outside the Harold Washington Library in the Loop. Reed is also suspected of setting a fire outside City Hall last week. That is just across the plaza from where we stand right now. We also reached out to the Cook County Chief Judge's office because they monitor that ankle monitoring system to ask them if they could explain any questions we had about that and whether they were aware that he might be violating the order in that case. They told us that they couldn't comment on any pending or potential litigation. From the Loop, Sarah Maki, CBS News Chicago.
A lot of great background there. Thank you.
He punching bitches, burning bitches. Supposed to got an ankle monitor on. Well, guess what? If he had that microchip in his ass, they would have been able to read him. So, he about to commit a crime. What's that Gideon AI and that what's the other AI? The AI that can read, tell if you about to commit a crime. See, this is what it's going to. This is what it's leading to. You being chipped. All right, with the MOTB. And you about to commit a crime, hey, just that thought, that pattern in your brain, which thoughts you can't control, hey, they're coming to get you. Or they can hit a button and cause your chip to fry your ass. I mean, I'm just saying, hey, remember, you ain't gonna have no control. As a matter of fact, I was looking at this other article while this was playing on my other phone. Well, check this out. Because yeah, just like we brought out earlier today, by what the Holy Spirit, he did it. What was it? CDL drivers, they got terrorists with CDLs, right? Well, check this out. See, yeah, you're starting to see more and more reports come out. I know it's the algorithm, but hey, that's good because it's bringing these things up. All right, these things are coming up. It says 47 minutes ago, 5 accused of supporting Antifa. Remember, Antifa stands for anti-fascist. Right? They label this as a left group. So if you're going up against the Republicans, the Project 2025, Trump has agenda. Okay, the this autocratic government. All right, hey, you gonna be labeled as what? Terrorists, treasonous. 5 accused of supporting Antifa, pled guilty to terrorism-related offense after Texas shooting. You see? So, hey, yeah, you see where things are headed, man. All right? Well, yeah, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and probably how about Shema. Shall I stay prayed up in the names of how about Shema? Shall I